Something tells me to put the Penn State students on this side and Konkuk students on this side. And maybe let's set it up so that we can
you
see
can see
people
everybody.
in between.
Yeah. What else, Sam? Keep talking.
I think it's good. Topic for today is the birth rate. We haven't spoken about that at all with either Penn State or Konkuk students, purposefully, because we knew that we were going to have this conversation today.
Hey! Glad you're here. Nice to see you.
The students, they've really gotten to know one another, and they have become really close, and they've shared a lot of things. The issue all around the world is the declining birth rate. But here in Korea, it's a particularly important issue because Korea has the lowest birth rate. Necessary for a society to reproduce itself is that each woman has 2.1 children. It'd be really interesting to have the American perspective and the Korean perspective and really engage that.
I love babies. So sometimes I want to be married and have kids, but sometimes I don't want it because in Korea it is difficult to pregnant woman or married woman has their own career. My plan is unclear. If my husband can be a pregnant man, I want to be a married.
I have quite similar opinion with that guy or her. Like, of course I want to get married, of course I want to have children, if I have children,
Wait 1 second. You just said something really important. You said, of course I want to get married, and of course I want to have children. Like, of course is a really big word there. So before you continue, say more about of course.
Like, through my life, I have a sibling, and I like, for my parents, it's like, so good for me, like, and it's kind of course to me, like, it's kind of naturally, like, getting married or like children, like, so.
I just want to marry at 23, but I'm now 22. And I don't need any lovers. So I think it gonna depends on government's policy or law.
So you said one thing about if the government policies are, that's interesting. So if you had more support somehow, that might help you or may have you think about like, maybe I would have a child. Or,
yeah, maybe.
But with all the other things first.
Yes.
Does anyone feel really different than what you heard just now from a few of your peers?
I don't really want any kids because, and I want to live like a successful life, and to me success means a lot of money. And I also want to use the money to like live my life, which brings me to my second point is that I would have to raise this kid for about 22 years. I don't want to be wasting 22 years of my life to raise a kid whenever.
You use the term wasting time in your life, right? Does anybody else, when he says the word wasting, does that resonate with anyone?
Who relates to that? Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, so like, I agree with Luke's point for a reason. If I were to bring him here, because I wouldn't to fulfill my dreams and my goals.
Are you surprised that Penn State students said what they said?
I think their opinion is very reasonable and don't have enough money to raise kids. We all know our kids will have a bad future. So I think it's very reasonable.
But you said that you made a distinction between women and men.
One of the things that we've noticed in our work at Penn State in working with students from all over the world is they all have very similar ideas about having kids and getting married. And that's it's kind of a shared experience at this stage in history. And so this is about young people around the world and not just particular groups of young people.
I would add that I've been listening to college students talk about their lives up close for 35 years, almost 40 years. And I think it's very clear that there's a difference in this generation.
I'm now working as a part-time teacher in Daechidong. It's one of the most hottest education system in Korea. And in that academy, very, very young students really study hard, and it's kind of competition. And
저희가 그 경쟁 속에서 살아온 아이들이고 그리고 그 경쟁을 겪어서 대학까지 오는 거잖아요. 근데 그 경쟁 속에서 스스로가 행복하다고 생각하지 않았는데 과연 내가 애를 낳아서 이 아이에게 똑같이 겪게 해도 괜찮은가? 생각하면은 왜 내가 아이를 낳아서 길러야 하지? 그 정도의 내가 준비가 되었냐를 먼저 생각하다 보니까 아이는 낳고 싶은데 지금은 안 된다.
Like America, if you almost fail all your high school classes and then you can still get a job, and it's like it's a lot harder, but you can still kind of make a living. You can live in a rural countryside, and I think that is almost unavailable, judging by kind of what you guys are saying in Korea. And so that leads to a lower birth rate.
Koreans is one of the reasons for the low birth rate is you have your stuff in order. And what that means is you're all doing the things that you need to do.
A few Americans really strive for. Everyone's so diverse and has different plans. It's all over the place, so it doesn't really matter that much. But for Korea, it's a much more condensed culture, and that you're looking for, everyone's competing for this exact same plan that only a few can truly reach with money and family.
When I was there.
Learning over and over about the high levels of competition. And I do feel that young people are really in a crisis moment that I think I didn't believe beforehand.
So put your differences aside, come together with all of the other people who are making the big decisions for the entire nation of Korea, the wealthiest, the most powerful, and figure out what you're going to do about this birth rate right now. Not 5 years from now, not 10 years from now, right now. Address it and fix it.